We're doing okay.
Okay.
But it's a decent group. By the end, we're going to be pretty good.
Okay.
His son is very good.
Nice. Where does he go to school?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to say Vestavia Hills, but I really don't know the answer to that.
All right.
I could look it up.
Let's do it. Let's have it, boys. Just 2 weekends left in this USL Championship regular season, and the race to the playoffs runs through Birmingham as the co-leaders in Group G, Birmingham Legion FC, take on North Carolina FC for the 4th time this year. Coming up next. Picture-perfect setting here in downtown Birmingham, Alabama, as we get set for tonight's Group G matchup featuring Birmingham Legion FC taking on North Carolina FC, presented by UAB Medicine. Welcome into our broadcast position, everybody. I'm Blake Gardner. On one side of your screen, the coach, Mike Hetman, on the other, and Lyndon Blake is downstairs field level. She will join us in just a bit. But Mike, the big story of tonight is this. Birmingham Legion FC control their own destiny here in Group G with 2 games left to play. And as we get a look at the standings coming into the night, the question is, can Birmingham take advantage?
Both teams need a win tonight. Legion is fighting for first place in a home playoff game. NCFC is fighting to stay in the playoff race. We've got 2 really well-coached teams, but only one team's going home happy tonight.
And it's a busy night in Group G as Memphis and Charlotte will play this evening as well. But in this contest, let's get a look at the key faces we're going to focus on. And let's start with the leader at the back for North Carolina FC, Alex Tambakis.
Alex Tambakis is the leader of this team. He makes big saves in every game, and especially in the big games. He's been good all year long. He's going to get called on tonight for sure.
Tambakis made a huge save the last time these 2 teams met. He saved a penalty kick that got all 3 points secured for North Carolina FC. On the other side of things, for Birmingham Legion, J.J. Williams has come back from Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, and already he's making a big impact.
J.J. Williams is a difference maker for sure. He can score with his left. He scores with his right. He's terrific in the air. He's a good defensive player. He's just an impact player in all aspects of the game.
Williams scored 8 goals for Legion a season ago. He also had 2 assists in Legion's last contest on the road at the Miami FC. Well, all Birmingham needs tonight is a draw to secure a playoff spot for the 2nd straight year. But they're looking for all 3 points tonight to try to potentially win Group G. It's round 4 between Birmingham Legion and North Carolina FC coming up next.
BBVA, transforming banking to put the world's opportunities in your hands. BBVA Compass is now BBVA, creating opportunities.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Just about ready to go tonight between Birmingham Legion FC and North Carolina FC. But first, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s tonight here at BBVA Field. And let's begin with the visitors, North Carolina FC. And Mike, the biggest change and the biggest talking point, no Alex Tambakis in between the sticks for North Carolina. It's Paulo Pizza who makes his first start.
That's a really big surprise and certainly could be a difference in this game. The back four is big and athletic. The midfield capable of dominating possession, and Lomas up top is a handful.
And Alex Comcia back in the starting 11 as well for Dave Sarakin's club. On the other side of things, for Birmingham Legion FC, they beat the Miami FC last week 4-0. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's the same 11.
The exact same lineup, everybody in the same spots. This group has been hot. You don't make changes when things are going well.
Including J.J. Williams and Nico Brett, who team with Lapa and Kasim to form that fearsome foursome up top. Our referee tonight is J.J. Belinsky. The Florida native gets his 7th USL Championship referee nod here in 2020. This is his second time seeing North Carolina FC this month. He refereed their 3-1 win over Charlotte back on September 6th. There's the whistle, and round 4 between Birmingham Legion and North Carolina FC is underway. Birmingham Legion FC, all black head to toe tonight. The attack black kits, they call them. North Carolina FC in their change whites here as we play from downtown Birmingham, Alabama, BBVA Field. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, excited to have you with us as we wind down this USL Championship regular season and continue the race to the playoffs, which begin in short order.
Certainly a nice contrast on the field tonight. Black versus white. Easy to tell who your teammates are and who they aren't. There won't be anybody making a pass to the wrong team tonight, that's for sure.
And nobody complaining about the weather either. A perfect 77 degrees at kickoff. Can't ask for much better in the Deep South in September.
All conditions really the way you want them to be. The field is in magnificent shape. Both teams essentially healthy. All players available to them.
Here's Prosper Kasim out wide, his first extended touches against DJ Taylor. Kasim hacked from behind, free kick given. And Birmingham Legion going to have an early set-piece opportunity. Mike, you alluded to it. Injury report tonight brought to you by Viva Health. Just Mathieu Laurent unavailable for Birmingham Legion, who, of course, is out for the rest of 2020 with a torn ACL. But everyone else available for selection for both Birmingham and North Carolina, with the exception of North Carolina FC's Nazmi Al-Badawi, who was yellow-carded twice in North Carolina's last matchup with Charlotte. So he is unavailable for tonight due to red card suspension, as Bruno Lapa and Prosper Kasim line up the first Birmingham Freightliner free kick of the evening. And it's handled well by Paulo Pizza. And Mike, that could be a big story tonight. How well does Pizza play at the back end for North Carolina in his first pro start?
No question. He's one of the big question marks for this game. We're not really sure. It's his first professional start. We certainly haven't seen him play before. He's going to get tested. It'll be interesting to see how he does.
On the other end, here's Lomas, who was able to win the battle for the ball in the air. He lays it off. This is Perez, back to Taylor. Graham Smith back in the starting 11 for North Carolina tonight. Good individual defending there by Razak Cromwell to get a toe in. Taylor once again. Cross got deflected, but it will lead to the first corner of the night, and it will belong to the visitors from Cary.
They've got a couple of big guys. Both center backs come forward. Lomas, of course, not only a big man, but he's just a powerful force in the air. Those three, I'm sure, are the targets on this set piece.
Matt Van Okel, as you see on your screen there, right next to Pekka, a Brazilian midfielder. Posting up right inside the sticks. Delivery not bad. Williams heads it away. North Carolina still with bodies forward, as Alex Crognali comes away with the header. And a foul given as Nico Brett is down holding his face.
I think he caught an elbow as he tried to challenge for the ball in the air. he went down straight away, so I know he caught something.
Brett's still down. Let's see if we can get a better look on the replay. And yeah, maybe a stray high arm there from Pekka.
Certainly didn't look like anything intentional, but he definitely caught him.
So it is a free kick given to Legion. Matt Van Oekel will restart play here in just a moment. And Mike, this gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight. Let's start with North Carolina FC. Their playoff odds coming into the night, very slim. They've got to get 3 points tonight. How do they do that?
Yeah, they've got to score early if they can. This is a team that is 17-0-2 all time when they score first. So they know that if they can get that first goal, they're going to be sitting pretty. For Legion, you know, it's really a little bit more about playing hard right from the start, getting that first goal, knowing that along with the success that North Carolina has when they do score first, they're very poor when they give up the first goal. And of course, we're going to see a team in North Carolina FC that loves to keep possession. If they can control how the game is played, they certainly have a better chance to win.
North Carolina love to overload the midfield. Once again, going with what in essence is a 5 midfielder lineup tonight. As Taylor does well to connect with Ben Spies, who makes his 6th start here in 2020. Here's Akeem Ward, the former Legion man, pushing forward. Spies cross deflected by Lopez, who will concede the corner at this near flag.
Akeem Ward didn't get to play in the last 2 games between these clubs. I'm sure he'll be excited to be back on what used to be his home field, show the Birmingham fans that he's still a top-level player.
Ward, the 24-year-old who played his college soccer at Creighton, made 13 starts for Birmingham a season ago. This is 8th start tonight for North Carolina FC this year. And before the second corner can be taken, warning from our referee with some early contact in the central part of the box.
When you've got a game that means as much as this one does, oftentimes it gets a little chippy, it gets physical. They're not always the prettiest games when everything is on the line, but both teams are going to battle hard for every inch.
To the back post, Dean got a foot to it, and now a head to it. Ward keeps it alive. Here's Lomas. Spies to the back post. Not a bad ball, and it's in on the volley. What a finish at the back post by Manny Perez, and North Carolina leads.
Top-class finish. I'm sure we'll see the replay in just a moment. Ball got driven diagonally behind the defense before anybody from Birmingham Legion could get across the field. It was smashed into the upper corner.
How about that for Perez? As classy as they come from the 21-year-old. And North Carolina FC is on the board first as we hit the 8th minute tonight. One more look at the goal.
Terrific finish. One touch out of the air into the far side netting. You really can't hit a ball any sweeter than that.
And nothing Matt Van Oekel could do about it, as North Carolina FC have found the scoreboard first. And now we've hit a stoppage here in the 8th minute, from the 7-minute mark to the 8-minute and 46 mark, as Legion FC and North Carolina FC come together to recognize the fight for equality, diversity, and inclusivity by using the next minute and 46 seconds from that 7-minute mark to 8:46 on the clock to honor the ongoing movement around social injustice and the need for positive change in the sport and in our society. What you're seeing here comes just after the unveiling of the Black Players Alliance, an organization recognized by the USL and the USLPA with a mission to educate and empower its members to use their platforms to bring positive change to their communities. BBVA Field 1-0. Our scoreline now is North Carolina FC on the board first, thanks to the first goal of the season for Manny Perez, on loan from Celtic in the Scottish Premiership. Perez makes an early impact. And Mike, we talked about it just a few moments ago in the keys to the game, just what the doctor ordered for North Carolina.
A dream finish, a dream start for NCFC. 15-0-3 all time when scoring first. Certainly bodes well for them tonight, but a lot of minutes left to play.
See how Birmingham Legion respond here at home against this North Carolina club. Lomas was bodied off the ball by Akinyode. Last time these two teams met, it was here on this very field, BBVA Field. North Carolina FC took all 3 points from Legion. A 2-1 scoreline was the final, and it stayed that way even into extra time as Legion couldn't convert a penalty kick. Alex Tambakis with a big save to give North Carolina the points. North Carolina hoping for a similar result tonight, and they're off to a great start.
Certainly a confidence booster as well. You get up early, you score a fantastic goal. Everybody on the team gets a little pump of adrenaline. But Legion have scored so many goals this season. They certainly know they can score in bunches. They know that one goal isn't going to be something they can't overcome.
Of course, a busy night in Group G. North Carolina up here, Charlotte up in the other match in Group G. 1-0 the scoreline against Memphis 901 FC. Over in Matthews, North Carolina, of course, it's Dane Kelly who's in the score sheet for Charlotte. So as it stands right now, Charlotte occupies the #1 spot in Group G if the results were to hold in both directions. Charlotte and Birmingham came into the night tied for the top slots in the group, and a free kick given here as Williams draws the whistle as he fell on top of Ben Spies.
Looked to me like they both just got tangled up, but J.J. Williams, after falling over Spies, the way he kind of holds his hands up and looks at the referee, kind of indicated to the referee that maybe JJ thought he was guilty of something.
So a free kick and a dangerous opportunity here for North Carolina. It'll be Spies who stands over the set piece. Former Tar Heel, now in his second year at this North Carolina club. A low-driven delivery that's sent away.
North Carolina FC has not been great on set pieces this year, either offensively or defensively. That one was not very good.
North Carolina came into tonight's contest with just 12 goals scored in the matches they've played so far this year. Make it 13 goals scored in 12 matches. It's the second lowest mark in the Eastern Conference. Legion, on the other hand, have scored 35 times. That's good for second in the East this year.
Legion have scored nearly 3 times as many, but they haven't had that level of success against this NCFC team. North Carolina is so good at keeping possession. They average a little over 600 passes a game. When you've got the ball a lot, you tend to control how the game is played. But Legion know they've got the pace and the finishing ability that at any moment they can spring and get themselves back in this game.
These are two teams that have seen each other quite a bit as well. This is the 7th meeting between these two in 17 months. The 4th meeting in the last 2 months. So far, each side with 2 wins and a draw to the ledger. Here's Connor Donovan.
All the matches have been pretty close, tight affairs coming down to the last moments of the game. Of course, last year in the playoffs, Legion eliminated this NCFC team, and they've got a chance to eliminate them from the playoffs tonight.
Good run of possession here from North Carolina. Still with it with Graham Smith. Here's Spees out wide. Akeem Ward with acres of space to get across the way. And Van Oekel able to come up with it.
Matt Van Oekel not just getting in the way of the cross, but holding on to it in a crowd. Really well done.
Take your space, Mikey.
Good work from Van Oekel that time. The now 34-year-old turned 34 this past week. Long ball over the top is going to get to Nico Brett. Good work defensively by Perez to track back. Here's Eli Crognale. Williams couldn't quite keep it. And good work in possession that time by North Carolina FC. An update from Matthews, North Carolina. The scoreline is level as Memphis have jumped on the scoreboard. It's 1-1 with just moments to go in the first half. Big news for Birmingham Legion fans who find themselves in the awkward position of rooting for their arch rivals tonight to pick up a result. Of course, North Carolina FC was supposed to play Memphis in the midweek back on a Wednesday. That game postponed after a positive COVID-19 test for a covered member of the Memphis 901 FC contingent. So North Carolina and Birmingham both working with a full week of rest coming into this one.
That Memphis-Charlotte game, you would think that Charlotte has a pretty big advantage on them the way they've played all season. But sometimes when you're out of the playoffs, then you have a certain level of freedom to just play. There's no pressure. There's nothing riding on the game. And so maybe the lack of pressure allows you to have some success.
Well, right now, Memphis back on the scoreline again in short order. In the 41st minute, it was Baxter. In the 43rd, it's Cal Jennings. And so Memphis have flipped the script right before the end of the first half in Matthews. 2-1 Memphis on top now.
Great diagonal ball over the defense. Last game these two teams played, North Carolina did really well getting back defensively, crowding the center of the field, not allowing Birmingham Legion to play quickly and be dangerous the way they like to be. Tonight, Legion have played a couple of really big balls over the back of the defense, trying to stretch them out, trying to get behind them quick and early.
Dean finds Alex Crognale, who's pushing forward from his center back spot. He wants a go, and he's well off the mark.
Not on target, but again, by shooting from distance, the hope is that you force the defense to come out and play you. You don't let them sit back and pack it in around the 18. So even though that shot in itself didn't create much, perhaps it does stretch out the defense. It makes North Carolina aware that they've got to come out and play a little bit higher, and maybe that'll make some openings for other players.
Pete sends the ball away again. That's a Select ball. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com, as that throw is going to be North Carolina's, right in front of Dave Sarakin and the North Carolina touchline.
J.J. Williams, one of the biggest players on the field, bumping into head coach Dave Sarakin, maybe not one of the biggest players on the field.
There's Tom Sohn on the opposite touchline, 53-year-old, now in his second year at the helm of this Birmingham club, much like Sarakin in the second year of his tenure at North Carolina FC. Pair of coaches that have been fixtures in the American soccer community and go way back, all the way back to their time back in the early 2000s when they were both on Bob Bradley's staff with the Chicago Fire. There's a man down behind the play, and now we do get the whistle as the referee recognizes what's happened. Not sure what happened.
I didn't see that one. But certainly something that happened off the ball and behind the play.
We'll see if any of our cameras got it, as the man down is Alex Comcia, holding his midsection.
Well, when both teams are fighting hard and battling for every inch, there's going to be some contact. Certainly looks like Comcia took a blow somewhere. They haven't brought trainer on yet, so they're expecting that he's going to be able to get up and get underway here in just a moment.
There's Dave Sarachan talking to Akeem Ward and some of the members of his starting 11 who have made their way over to the touchline for a de facto hydration break. Let's get a look at the replay and see if we can see what might have happened off screen. Far right side of your screen. As Crognale brings it up. It looks like Comcia and Nico Bretz may have collided just off screen.
Hard to see from that angle, but it does look like maybe they got tangled up. Comcia got the worst of it. The referee is restarting play with a drop ball, so I don't think he felt that there was anything malicious in it.
And both teams will make their way back out to resume play, as we basically had a hydration timeout there in the 21st minute. Brought to you by UAB Medicine. North Carolina on the board first. 1-0 our score line here at BBVA Field. And our referee tonight, JJ Belinsky, drops the ball and puts it back in play. Here's Williams trying to keep it under pressure, couldn't. And Akeem Ward did well to win the throw. Mike, this is what North Carolina's possession looks like. So they cycle, they recycle, they don't give it away easily, they force you to chase. They accumulate so many passes in a typical match, as you mentioned earlier.
It's a very technical team. They're skillful, they're smart, they make the simple choices.
And now they're going forward dangerously here. Lomas couldn't quite turn that one goalward. Akinyote wins the throw on the far touchline. Let's send it downstairs to the third member of our crew tonight. That's Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
We've already had some intense moments in this match, and this is what both teams expected. Nico Brett even said this match already feels like a playoff match. He says if you don't make the playoffs, what's the point of even having a season? Well, we know Legion FC can get a point or 3 points and make the playoffs. They're down right now, but they're going to do everything they can to equalize to make sure they get in, guys.
Free kick given on the very, very edge of the box, and a yellow card shown to Razak Cromwell. And Mike, that was awfully dangerous on the part of Cromwell, almost a PK.
Just outside the box. Cromwell got beat on the goal where NCFC played over him. Now they go at him 1v1.
Based on that replay, looks like it was the correct call, as Perez would have had him beat if he wasn't taken down.
Running at the goal. That's why the yellow card came out.
So another dangerous set-piece opportunity here early for North Carolina, who have been the better side through the first part of this first half, trying to double their advantage early. To the top of the box for Smith. Lopez comes up with a block. Smith still with it against Eli Crognale. Smith gets his cross away, but it's wayward, and it went over the end line.
They've gotten wide a few times. They've served some very good balls in. That time the cross wasn't good enough, but it's certainly how they've created opportunities so far in this match.
Legion fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Pre-order concessions in the stadium or save the schedule straight to your calendar. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. That's the Legion FC app. North Carolina moving forward once again. Lomas lays it off for Pekka. Pekka trying to turn against Crognale. Goes down. Penalty given right on the edge of the area as Pekka went down.
Pekka's a dancer. He's got those quick feet. He keeps you off balance. He was clearly looking for the foul, and it looks like Crognale bit. And it was just inside the box. It was pretty soft. No doubt that Pekka was looking for the foul.
So a big-time penalty here for North Carolina FC. It'll be Dre Fortune with a chance to double the North Carolina advantage. And an early big decision from our referee tonight, J.J. Belinsky. Fortune has scored 4 times this year, including once against Birmingham. Can he make it 2-0 North Carolina here in the 26th minutes? Fortune scores 2-0 North Carolina early on in this first half.
A really composed finish. Stepped up as if there was no pressure. Put it right where he wanted to. North Carolina FC firmly in control of these early minutes of the match.
A good start keeps getting better for North Carolina. They came into the night with their playoff odds on life support, but they have been the better side through 26 minutes.
Really can't hit it much better than that. Firm, up midway in the goal. Hard for a goalkeeper to reach. Very well taken penalty.
So 2-0 North Carolina. Legion moving quickly back the other direction. Here's Kasim, who's on this wing now. And for Brett, who tried to take it on the volley, but the flag was up. It looks like Brett was offside.
It would have been a spectacular goal if he'd have made contact. Birmingham Legion reminding everybody that they have the ability to attack quickly and create chances. They may be down, but they certainly don't feel they're out yet.
Downstairs, Lyndon Blake, you're right next to that North Carolina touchline. They have to be elated with the start tonight.
Oh, they are going crazy over here on the sideline. So happy for their team who's coming in here and really giving it to Legion FC early. You know, North Carolina FC only has a 1% chance to make the playoffs, so they're playing for everything. And like Tommy Sohn said earlier this week, it's dangerous to play desperate teams, and that's what Legion FC is facing right now, and they're down too early, guys.
Here comes Prosper Kasim. Lopez moving forward as well. He went down, Kasim went down. Referee plays the advantage with Lapa. And now brings play all the way back to the original foul where Kasim was taken down outside the box.
Referee clearly playing advantage. He indicated that as soon as the foul occurred, but that's maybe the longest advantage play I've ever seen.
You're not wrong.
2 or 3 passes, 10 or 12 seconds later, Legion certainly aren't going to argue. There's the foul, there's another foul, but we play on as Bruno Lapa is running at the defense.
1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches, and now the play comes all the way back.
And as much as NCFC would like to argue, they've gotten a couple of fouls called for them. They've gotten a penalty kick. They're not going to complain about the refereeing so far in this match.
Second Birmingham Freightliner free kick of the night here for Legion FC. Once again, Lapa and Kasim over it. It's Lapa with a great delivery to the back post, and almost getting on the end of it was Akinyode.
Really good ball, just behind the defense.
Alex Crognale still forward along with J.J. Williams. Legion continue to recycle as now Crognale will make his way back to the back line.
He's been effective. when Cronulla's gone forward, he goes up on set pieces, but he likes to stay up there, and he's had more than a few goals in the last couple weeks.
Perez sends that high into the night sky. And North Carolina's defense up to the task so far this evening. Nearly a half hour gone. And it looks like that will bring us our first hydration timeout of the night, brought to you by UAB Medicine. But a half hour gone, a third of the way through our 90 minutes tonight, Mike, and North Carolina FC have to be thrilled.
Everything NCFC wanted to happen has. They scored early. They've scored 2. They've defended well. They've gotten a couple of breaks. I don't think they could be much happier with their performance, with how things have gone. But they also know that 60 minutes is a lot of minutes to play, and this Legion team has scored so many goals over the course of this season. They're happy, they're satisfied with where they are at the moment, but I guarantee you they're not going to just sit back and defend for the next 60 minutes.
On the other side of things, Birmingham Legion, what do they have to change to try to get back into this match, as we see a couple of highlights from the first 30 minutes or so tonight?
You see on that first replay, Razak Cromwell got caught stepping up as the ball got played behind him, but then an absolute cracker of a finish from Manny Perez. You can't hit a ball any better than that. And then the penalty kick call. It was pretty soft, but well taken. Great finish from Dre Fortune, not leaving any doubt, putting his side up 2-0.
North Carolina have taken advantage of the opportunities they've had to this point, and they're firmly in control through 30 minutes this evening. As the hydration timeout concludes, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Fans Birmingham Legion FC entrust the care of its athletes to UAB's sports medicine team, and you should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. So about 14 minutes left in our first half this evening. And North Carolina FC to this point have been the story. We came into the night talking about Birmingham and Charlotte battling it out for the top spot in Group G. And right now the co-leaders in the group both trail. Charlotte trails Memphis 2-1 at home. Birmingham trails North Carolina 2-0 here at home.
Sometimes you look at a team's record and you think this is going to be an easy one, but this NCFC team has been good all year long. They've been a little bit unlucky. They've really struggled to score goals. That's been their Achilles tendon. But they've played really good soccer throughout the year. They've always been tough to score against. Tonight, the breaks are going their way.
Lapa with a touch, but he couldn't control it. Downstairs, Lyndon Blake is reporting that Birmingham Legion are already prepping a sub potentially. Anderson Asiadu is up and potentially getting ready to enter the contest. And that would be an awfully quick change, Mike, tactically and personnel-wise for Legion.
Anderson Asiadu has been a major part of this team for the last 2 years. So I'm certainly not surprised that we're seeing him play in the match, but it's a very early substitution. It'll be interesting to see if the coaches are unhappy with the way one player in particular is playing, or is this a tactical change that they're making after 30 minutes? We'll find out when they make the change here.
Lapa, the appended party, as he went down. Free kick given to Birmingham. Fans, don't forget you can follow Birmingham and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the championship live every single week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Akinyode can't connect the pass. North Carolina with a chance to counter quickly. Fortune leaves it under control for Graham Smith. As the two goal scorers connect, Perez and Fortune.
North Carolina going from side to side, making Legion defend the entire pitch. It's a big field. There's a lot of space to cover. North Carolina just does a great job of moving the ball early and simple, making all these Legion players work.
Interception there in the midfield by Eli Cronali. He and his brother Alex once again pair this Legion starting 11 once again. Williams with a driven pass, but wasn't going to get to the run of Prosper Kassim.
Eli Cronali is a little bit of a surprise starter. He hasn't started often, and he got the chance to play last week when Anderson Asiadu was sitting out for a card suspension. Played a really good game, dominated the midfield, won a tremendous number of tackles, and earned his spot by his play last week.
That's the 10th start of the year for Eli Cronali, the rookie out of both Belmont and Maryland. And the report down below is the change is coming early here for Birmingham. Lyndon Blake reports that it'll be Anderson Asiadu for the fullback, Razak Cromwell.
I would expect what we'll see is Johnny Dean move to one of the outside back spots. We may see him go to the right, Mikey Lopez go to his normal left side position. Anderson Asiadu will sit back in the defensive midfield. He'll give you a little bit more of an attacking combination with both outside backs.
Lopez couldn't quite connect inside with Kassim, but Kassim has it back at his feet. Towards J.J. Williams. Good defensive work there by the smaller DJ Taylor.
Taylor did really well. Looked like JJ had a step on him and had possession.
And a whistle and a yellow card coming as Dean was down. And it's going to go against Perez, and he must have made contact as Dean slid and got to the ball first.
Looked to me like he stepped on him as he went to ground.
And that must be the call. Didn't see a whole lot on the replay.
No, and certainly the ball is there to be tackled and won. I'm not really sure what that yellow card was about. Maybe a little bit of a break for Legion.
Interesting decision, but an early change. Anderson Asiadu in, the 24-year-old. As you mentioned, missed that Miami contest due to a card suspension. Razak Cromwell out.
What's happened? We can see it already. Johnny Dean has come to the right back spot. Mikey Lopez gone to the left. It puts two very attack-minded outside defenders on the field. Legion can get them a little farther up the field. Johnny Dean has led this team in assists from the right back spot, so it puts him in that little bit more natural, more comfortable position. This is an attacking substitution, even though Anderson Asiadu is a defensive midfielder.
Lopez delivers. Pizza almost spilled it, but is able to cover it. Paulo Pizza hasn't had a whole lot to do so far in this first half. The 26-year-old from Brazil was a super draft pick by LAFC. Was not signed by LAFC. Instead, joined North Carolina after preseason back in February. But he had not appeared in a contest until tonight. He makes his first starts. So far, at least so good.
He's a big man. He's got some experience in that he's a little bit older player. He certainly doesn't look so far like he's overwhelmed by the situation he's been put into.
Here's Perez cutting it inside against Lopez. And good defensive work there by Lopez. And now Legion a chance to counter. It's 5-on-5, the numbers right now. Here's Nico Brett's a driven ball.
Nico Brett was trying to drive that 70 yards across the field to find Prosper Kassim, who was getting into some space at the back post. He just didn't get underneath that ball enough to get it over the defense.
So far, the dangerous counter-attacking opportunities that Legion have seemed to thrive on for most of this year have been few and far between against this North Carolina side that's done a pretty good job staying organized in this first half. Then again, that's usually a staple of a Dave Sarakin coached club.
Dave Sarakin is such an experienced coach. He's coached many, many years at the pro level. He's been our national team head coach. He's certainly one of the great minds in U.S. soccer. So far tonight, he's got everything right.
Corner conceded. I believe it is the first corner kick of the night for Birmingham Legion FC, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here in the 40th minute. And we'll see if Birmingham can make something happen on a set-piece opportunity.
This has been an area that North Carolina has struggled with throughout the season. They've given up a bunch of goals on corners and free kicks.
Lapa delivers. Akinyode couldn't quite get there. Legion still with bodies forward. If Lapa wants to deliver again, he does. It's deflected just wide. And if it would have gone in, it wouldn't have been a black shirt. They got ahead to it.
Very close to an own goal, but it was a great service from Bruno Lapa, bending and dipping behind the defense.
One quick look at it. And just wide of that far post.
Looked like inches.
And before Kasim can deliver this second one, more talking from our official tonight, JJ Belinsky, as Nico Brett was tangled up on the goal line with Dre Fortune.
The referee trying to keep everybody calm. We've seen it on almost every corner at both ends. Players jostling back and forth, fighting for every inch of position they can get.
Lapa has his delivery blocked by Akeem Ward, who is right on the edge of where you can get to.
There's a mark on the field, just off the field, that signals the 10-yard space the defender's got to give. He is right on the edge of it.
Not a bad redirect there by Akinyode, but it doesn't amount to anything yet. Good work defensively by Lopez to keep it here, but only for the moment.
Akinyode trying to serve that ball to the back post. Just couldn't get his foot wrapped around the ball enough to keep it in play.
Just a few minutes left in this first half. Fans, don't forget you can be a part of the conversation and watch the drama unfold live when the USL Championship playoffs begin October 9th. Catch every match, every goal, every save, and every celebration on ESPN Plus on the way to the USL Championship Final on November 1st at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Playoffs are just around the corner. Still much to be decided here in Group G. North Carolina's playoff odds slim, but not totally zero. Birmingham Legion, of course, would clinch at least a playoff spot tonight with a draw. Of course, they want more than that as they try to take the top slot in the group away from Charlotte Independence.
North Carolina needs to win every one of their last matches, and they need either Legion or Memphis to drop all of the rest of their matches. One tie and they're eliminated.
They need a bunch of points, a bunch of goals. So far, so good for North Carolina FC in that regard. As Pita gets ready to restart play. Still 2-1 the scoreline in Matthews. Charlotte Independence trailing Memphis 901 FC as that match is just getting underway in the second half. Seydou goes up high, doesn't win the duel against Marius Lomas. Throw in given North Carolina.
That's a tough challenge for anybody. Lomas is a big man. He's a wide body, and he's good in the air.
Lomas still hasn't scored since coming back to North Carolina FC. He began the year with El Paso. Rejoined North Carolina the first week of August. Nice sliding play. Keeps it alive by Connor Donovan, but Legion able to win it back. Can either side find one more scoring opportunity as this first half winds down? Kasim combines with Lopez, who goes flying, and a free kick given.
Referee hesitated on that call, but I'm not sure why. There was no question Mikey Lopez got whacked.
Lopez still down on the ground. Looks like he'll be okay and can carry on. One more look at the foul here. And it was Pekka who put his hands up as if to say he didn't make contact, but that looks to be a foul based on that look.
No question, it's a foul. He was just late. Mikey Lopez is really quick. Exploded to that ball, beat Pekka to it. Pekka wasn't trying to take him down, but no question he got him.
Another Birmingham Freightliner free kick here for Bruno Lapa. Headed away by DJ Taylor. And sent further away by Ben Spies. Report down below from Lyndon Blake is 3 minutes of added time here in the first half. Stoppage time tonight brought to you by UAB Medicine.
3 minutes, certainly enough time that either of these teams could find a goal.
Here's Dean out wide. Inside to Eli Cronali. 1v1 against Graham Smith. Smith takes him down, wins the challenge. Well done by him. And now Lomas is off and running, but great work by Anderson Asiadu, who goes shoulder to shoulder with the bigger Lomas and wins the ball.
Anderson Asiadu got positioning and just simply went harder to the ball. Beats the big man.
Cronali to Cronali right here on this near touch line. Back to Anderson Asiadu centrally. Kasim trying to turn against Taylor. And this was the challenge for Birmingham the last time these two teams met. Can they break down this very organized North Carolina side here in the attacking third?
They struggled with it last match, although they did create a late penalty that could have tied the match up. They've gotten some experience at this over the last couple weeks as more teams have sat in deep and just tried to slow down this attack.
A rocket from Williams is well off the mark. Not a bad idea there from J.J. Williams, who makes his second start for Birmingham since coming over from Atlanta. Williams was so impactful in Legion's playoff run a season ago. Of course, Mike Birmingham hoping for the same for the big man.
He scored a left-footed rocket in extra time to put Legion beyond North Carolina FC in the playoffs.
Williams scored 8 times last year for Birmingham. Down the stretch run. On loan from Columbus Crew.
He was a Crew player last year. This year his rights belong to Atlanta United. But Birmingham Legion fans are happy to see him back on the field here for a second year in a row.
No doubt about it. 48th minute here in the first half. Probably just a few moments left before the first 45 plus comes to a close. Pekka had to go over his head. Lapa won it. Free kick or throw in, I should say, coming for Birmingham. But they won't get to take it as that brings the first half to a close. North Carolina on top of Birmingham by a scoreline of 2-0. Great work for North Carolina FC so far tonight at BBVA Field. Let's send it downstairs where Lyndon Blake is standing by with Legion assistant coach Kano Smith. Lyndon?
Kano, Coach mentioned this week what y'all did well against Miami FC was y'all had defensive unity. How can you create that in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to figure out a way to get better pressure on the ball. I mean, before they scored, especially the second one, I felt that we couldn't get close to them. We need to bring our pressure higher up the field. and start putting them under pressure. But obviously, once they went up 2, they kind of started to sit back a little bit. So we've got to start finding a way to push the game more.
An early sub putting a Theodore in. What do you want him to bring to the lineup?
Exactly what he's got: energy, determination, strength, fight, everything that he brings. So he needs to just go out there and be himself and give us a lift.
Thanks, Coach.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Thanks to Legion FC assistant coach Cano Smith, and happy birthday to his mom as well. But right now his side trails 2-0 tonight from Birmingham, Alabama. Coming up at halftime, we sat down with Nico Brett to talk to him about how the 2020 campaign has unfolded. Plus, we get a look at the rest of the news and notes and scores around a busy Saturday night in the USL Championship. That's all coming up when we return.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
We're back at halftime with Nico Brett. Nico, you grew up in Jamaica, but you ended up playing college soccer at Robert Morris. How did you end up there?
That was a tricky one. How I ended up at Robert Morris. I was playing for the Jamaica youth team, the U20 team, and I wanted to go to school. So I decided I don't want to come to America and then go to a school where there's no Jamaican. So one day, Devin Speedy Williams, he plays for Louisville right now, he contacted me and said that Robert Morris needed a striker. So I was like, I'm down. So that's how it all ended up happening.
Well, after playing at Robert Morris, you were drafted by the Portland Timbers, perhaps one of the most well-supported professional teams in this country. What was that like?
Oh, it was pretty good, you know what I mean? It was a memorable moment. I can't forget that day, you know what I mean? I was really excited.
And how did being there prepare you for all of what has come since?
Well, it taught me a lot, you know what I mean? As a professional, there's a lot on the table, you know what I mean? You have to make sure you're on time. You know, everything is different from playing in college, you know what I mean? So I ensured that I learned a lot from the coaches and everyone there, you know what I mean? Teammates. So that was the most important thing for me, like just learning my first year.
After playing in Portland, you ended up back in Pittsburgh with the Riverhounds. Was that a little bit of a homecoming for you?
Yeah, definitely, because I remember when I came off the bus, when I got there the first day for practice, I felt as if I was at home that day. I was like, you know what, feel as if I'm gonna do really well here. You know what I mean? The feeling was different, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm back in my city.
And you did do really well, in particular scoring 4 goals against Birmingham Legion in the playoffs. When you made the transfer to Birmingham, were you a little bit worried about how you might be received?
No, I wasn't worried. You know what I mean? I knew the coaches and the players were going to keep it professional. You know what I mean? We made a few jokes about it and then we move on from there. You know what I mean? Everyone is like, you know, it's time for you to score 4 goals for us in a playoff game. So, you know what I mean?
Do you ever get the chance to go back to Jamaica and visit family and friends?
Yes, definitely. Normally I go back every off season, you know what I mean, to see family. You know what I mean? Family means the world to me, so it's always good to go home and see the family.
Do you get treated like a king when you come back, the professional athlete?
Well, I'm the last one out of like 16 kids, so you know what I mean? My mom always treat me like a baby same way, you know what I mean?
Well, we appreciate learning a little bit about you, and thank you for taking the time.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good one.
What a beauty! It's fantastic. Sensational. Fantastic. Any way you slice it. This one he puts away, fires and scores. What an unbelievable strike. Oh, what a goal.
There's the shot and scores! Attacking, shooting, and scoring!
Oakland. The town.
A world-class city where it's not just about where you're going,
but it's also where you come from. See, here, there's always room at the top.
Where sky's the limit,
but roots help keep you grounded. And this is town business. If you know, you know. Some might say it's rough around the edges,
but we all know that the flavors are in the margins. It's a family affair out here.
It's all eyes on we.
Hold it down for the people holding you up. These things matter to us.
It is Let's Go Oakland over and over and over again, where East Oakland and West Oakland meet.
Show the town love,
and the town will love you back. Oakland, forever.
Welcome back to downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Our scoreline through the first half: North Carolina FC 2, Birmingham Legion FC 0. Let's get a look at the rest of these scores around the USL Championships Eastern Conference tonight. The big one to watch in Group G: Memphis still leads with 20 minutes left tonight for Matthews, North Carolina. Mike, they're up 2-1.
No doubt that's a big result for Legion FC if it can hold that way. Even a draw would certainly keep Legion in the battle for first place.
And also a big one coming up tonight out west. If you're watching on ESPN Plus, also on ESPN Plus tonight at 9:30 local time, Phoenix Rising FC, Orange County SC. That one will certainly be a good one as well. Some other news and notes around the USL Championship this past week. Of course, once again, Mike, Birmingham Legion well represented on the USL Team of the Week.
Week after week, there's several, not just one Legion player getting recognized nationally.
And of course, Charleston Battery continue their longevity in the USL Championship playoffs, guaranteed at least a playoff spot, still have a shot at the top spot in Group H, depending on how that group shakes out as they continue to battle for that top seed in Group H with Tampa Bay Rowdies. Here's a look at our first half stats from this first 45 minutes. And so far, Mike, the story has been all North Carolina FC.
Well, statistically, possession, duels won, aerial duels won, all go in the favor of Legion FC. But it's really been 2 mistakes that have led to 2 goals, and North Carolina leads in the one stat that matters.
Birmingham going to try to turn some of that possession into a few more scoring opportunities coming up in the second half. We'll see if they can accomplish that goal. We'll take a timeout, but hey, Birmingham Legion FC would like to thank the healthcare heroes at UAB Medicine and all across the country, as healthcare heroes are working every day on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19. Everyone at Legion FC would like to honor all their work with this special video message.
Legion FC would like to thank UAB Medicine for the great support it's provided our club. Our partnership has been excellent, with our players getting the absolute best medical care when it comes to injuries, injury prevention, and rehabilitation. We would also like to recognize UAB Medicine's team of doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals that have proven to be leaders in the fight against COVID-19, not just here in Birmingham and in our great state of Alabama, but across the entire country.
Hey, this is Johnny Dean with the Birmingham Legion. Just want to thank UAB Medicine for helping us and guiding us through these unprecedented times and making it safe and allowing us to play this year.
Thank you, UAB Medicine.
BBVA, transforming banking to put the world's opportunities in your hands. BBVA Compass is now BBVA, creating opportunities.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to downtown Birmingham, Alabama, BBVA Field, North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC. Just about ready to get going in the second half. But first, let's get a look at some of our first half highlights. And Mike, the fireworks started early for North Carolina.
Fantastic finish on a really good ball played behind the defense. You can't hit a ball any sweeter than that. This one, a little bit of a mistake. Cronali gets drawn into the foul. Dre Fortune makes no mistake about the finish.
Inside of 26 minutes, North Carolina FC up 2-0. Dre Fortune's finish was class. Manny Perez's even better on the volley as North Carolina, the visitors, once again, for the second straight meeting, lead here at BBVA Field. Of course, there's been some challenges as well that have drawn some cards. Johnny Dean going to ground there, drew a yellow against Manny Perez. And of course, Legion have had a man booked as well in this contest, as you would expect in a game that matters so much. There have been some contested challenges. Mikey Lopez went for a spill as well. Razak Cromwell was booked in the first half as well from the Legion perspective, but he is off now as Birmingham made an early change, subbing in Anderson Asiadu. No changes to report, at least at the moment, from the touchline down below, as it looks like we are ready for our second half of action. It'll be Birmingham to restart play in the second half. Our referee tonight, JJ Belinsky, blows his whistle, and we are underway in the second 45 minutes. Legion in black, North Carolina in whites. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, your crew this evening here at BBVA Field. As North Carolina FC are off and running off the transition. Here comes Perez with Lopez tracking back. And good work by Lopez, who goes to ground, and a free kick is given. And Lopez is slow to get up.
Mikey Lopez gave the ball away up around midfield, sprinted back to make up for his mistake, won the ball, and then got a little bit of an elbow for his troubles.
Perez has to be careful. He's already on a yellow. But no card coming for him here as Matt Van Oekel gets ready to restart play. Let's send it downstairs to Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
Well, I caught up with Coach Sarakin right when he came out from the half. He had a smile on his face. Obviously, his team's up 2-0. He said it was important to get the first goal. The second goal gave them confidence, but he's not letting down his guard. He said this second half is going to be a slugfest for both teams. He's just hoping his team keeps as good a shape as they did in the first, guys.
Thanks, Lyndon. No doubt Dave Sarakin happy with the first half. Not happy, however, with that call from our referee tonight as Eli Crinali went down and drew a free kick in a dangerous area for Birmingham.
Dave Sarakin's going to argue and yell for the next 45 minutes, but this was a foul. Eli Crinali wins the ball and then gets headed.
Crinali looked like he had position at least, based on the look we saw. Although Brotherton might be able to make the case he got to the ball first. Make that Donovan.
Yeah, Donovan may have got a little flick on it. But either way, a real dangerous opportunity for Birmingham Legion.
Another Birmingham Freightliner free kick here. Bruno Lapa standing over it. Prosper Kassim close by. J.J. Williams there as well.
And I'll just tell you right now, J.J. Williams is hitting this ball. He hits thunderbolts. I doubt he's going up and over the wall. My guess is he's just hitting it really hard.
It is Williams off the wall, and Pizza is able to recover.
For a moment, it looked like it might squib into the far side netting. No such luck for Birmingham Legion.
First real danger ball delivered in the direction of Paolo Pizza, making his first pro start tonight. So far, keeping a clean sheet for North Carolina. He would love to see that continue. Alex Tambakis not in the starting 11 for the first time all season. So far, so good at the back for the visitors. J.J. Williams wins the header. Legion regain possession. Here's Kassim. Lopez once again pushing forward from that left fullback position. Kassim, lovely combination with Lapa, and almost finished it with a thread through to Bretz. And now a foul given late against Lopez.
Legion have definitely been on the front foot from the opening whistle of this half. Lots of players getting forward. Good quick combinations.
One more look at the contact here. Both Lopez and Perez went down. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, it looked like both players got a foot on the ball. Both players went down. That's one of those 50-50s. Typically, it goes to the defensive player's advantage, and that's exactly what happened here.
Pizza sends it away. Siadu able to bring it down.
What a touch.
Right?
Ball coming out of the sky, calmly brings it down under pressure.
Now Birmingham can try to build out of the back once again. Fans on the road can't watch the match on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Now you've got all the coverage you need, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and Sirius XM app.
Some of my all-time favorite personalities in the sport.
Heard Tony Miola doing some color analyst work for Chicago Fire the other day. MLS contest. Here's Manny Perez with acres of space. Perez gets the cross away, but nobody home. Bees onto it. Here's Fortune.
Good ball behind the back of the defense. Legion had everybody back and everybody in position.
Fortune in the end doesn't trouble the frame of Matt Van Oekel. Akeem Ward had moved forward as well. Kasim turns, looking for the run of Brett's. Comcia got there first. Canadian Comcia back in the starting 11 tonight for North Carolina. His 7th start after missing the Charlotte contest. So far, so good at the back for North Carolina defensively.
This North Carolina team has played a lot of different lineups. They've had a real shuffle in starters throughout the season, but the quality has stayed the same. The results haven't been what they wanted, but the quality of play, the connecting of passes, the dominating of games has been there no matter who was in the lineup.
And while North Carolina haven't scored probably as much as they would have liked this year, they have not conceded much either. Lapa out wide for Lopez. Inside Kasim. Kasim trying to get on that preferred left. Eli Cronali. Nice job defensively by Donovan. And once again, Perez is off and running down this near flank.
Good work from Bolo Akinyote coming out, just slowing the play down. Didn't get too tight, didn't dive in, just slowed the game down, allowing his teammates to give him some help.
Lapa with distribution to Kasim, trying to play the early ball. Once again, Alex Comcia was there. And a bit of a miscommunication likely cost Legion possession there. Not to worry, Lopez wins it back in short order.
Mikey Lopez did not bite on that fake. Manny Perez just turned right into him.
Kasim against Taylor. And Taylor's going to be called for the foul.
Dave Sarakin trying to argue his cause.
Let's get a look at it here. Did Sarakin have a point? Potentially.
Certainly, there's a lot of ball in that tackle.
Nice work tracking back in the midfield once again here by North Carolina. They can move quickly if they want. Here's Pekka, a Brazilian midfielder. North Carolina so far tonight have been rather calm in their passing, very collected, haven't made any big mistakes, haven't opened the door for Birmingham. Another good passing sequence here from the visitors. Out wide, it's Perez once again. An early ball, Lomas almost got to the end of it.
And this is how NCFC is built. Move the ball, keep the ball, nobody has to do anything special. When they get a break here or there, they find their goals, they win their matches.
Anderson Asiadu with a lot of space. Here's Lopez. That pass not going to get to Eli Cronali, who's able to win it back quickly, and now a whistle as Lomas went to ground.
A little slow on the whistle from our center official, but I do think he got that one right. He certainly was getting some help from the North Carolina bench, making sure that he saw that one. The tackle definitely coming from behind by Eli Cronali.
I was going to say, for the most part, been a pretty solid night for our official. I think the only complaint for both sides would likely be maybe that whistle can come a little bit more quickly at times.
Well, at the end of the day, North Carolina is not going to complain. The one big call of the night, the penalty kick, which was a little bit soft, but it was a foul. and that went North Carolina's way. They've got nothing to complain about. Birmingham Legion have gotten their fair share of calls. The referee hasn't shied away from making calls in and around the boxes. I think he's really done a pretty nice job tonight.
That penalty that North Carolina were given was converted back in the 26th minute by Dre Fortune. That was the second goal of the night for North Carolina after Perez's strike in the 7th. Fortune, a bit of a heavy touch, gave it away. Birmingham back on it. Kasim, not a bad delivery. Dealt with well by Donovan.
The game's getting a little stretched now. It's end to end.
Perez with Lomas running with him. It's Lomas on the turn. Bit of a heavy touch.
Good defending from the two Legion center backs. They were 2v2 for just a moment. Neither one overcommitted, waited for help to come. Legion come away with the ball.
Here's Eli Crognale. Nico Brett couldn't get a foot to it. And lovely work there by Dre Fortune to get around to Siadu. And Perez is off and running as Lopez went to ground behind the play. No stoppage from the official. It's Perez on goal. He cuts it inside. Still Perez, and finally dispossessed by Crognale. What defending there from Legion. The game could have been ended right there by Perez.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. Mikey Lopez went down as if he'd caught another elbow to the face. I didn't see it. North Carolina did what they should, which is play on. The referee didn't make a call. A little bit of desperation defending before Legion eventually come away with the ball.
Williams goes up in the air and is brought down by Graham Smith, says the official. Free kick given.
The game is getting physical. We expected that. Every player on the field knew it was going to be. But it is going to create opportunities at both ends for both teams. J.J. Williams trying to go up for the ball and just gets undercut a little bit. You could argue it either way, but one player is challenging for the ball and the other player is not.
So another dangerous free kick coming here for Birmingham. They haven't cashed in any of their set piece opportunities yet, although there have been quite a few. Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Lop it to the back post where Williams is waiting, still in the mix. It falls for Crognale and now trickles over the end line, and a goal kick awarded. What a frenzy there that results in safety for North Carolina as Williams is down.
A lot of big bodies in the box, legs, arms flailing around. Players are taking some knocks.
One more look at the chaos as Williams won the initial ball. And it looked like it was Crognale who indeed got the last touch.
J.J. Williams wins this ball, but I think he gets a head to the face for his troubles. He stayed upright for a couple of moments while the ball was around, but you can see him grab his head there just at the end of that clip.
Williams is okay. He remains in the contest without any further medical attention. Meanwhile, over in Matthews, North Carolina, Cal Jennings finds the back of the net again. How about the rookie from UCF? Memphis is 2 clear of the co-leaders in Group G, Charlotte Independence. Birmingham Legion's arch rival is doing them quite the favor tonight, as Eli Crognale is called for the foul against Pekka, and I wouldn't be surprised if that brings a caution out of the pockets of our official.
Could have 3 of the 4 teams in Group G go home happy tonight, which would be a surprise. You could have Memphis going home happy with a win, North Carolina going home happy with a win, and Legion, I don't know if they'd be delighted, but they're certainly happy to see Memphis beating Charlotte, keeping Birmingham Legion in first place in the group.
Coming into the night, Charlotte and Birmingham both tied atop the group, although Birmingham with the advantage in goal differential by quite the wide margin, so any tiebreaker goes Birmingham's way. North Carolina's playoff odds also rise ever so slightly with a win tonight and Charlotte losing. Now North Carolina is going to need Charlotte to lose the rest of the way and North Carolina to win the rest of the way. And get a couple of matches that have been postponed rescheduled so they can get to their full slate of 16.
That could be a very interesting challenge. They've got a couple of games. It's just part of life during a pandemic. They've got a couple games they're going to have to squeeze in somewhere. Make it even more challenging for them to get back in the playoff picture.
We're through an hour here at BBVA Field. Glad to have you with us on My 68 here in Birmingham and on ESPN Plus across the country. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, your crew tonight from the Magic City. So far, it's been all North Carolina. Birmingham trying to change that. Lyndon Blake down below reporting Birmingham is preparing their second substitution in the form of Jaden Cervania. And Marius Lomas is now asking the official for a stoppage as he is holding his right eye.
We've certainly seen some interesting calls. I think it's because he's holding a part of his head that this game has been halted. Certainly the right decision whenever you have a head injury, but he didn't indicate it was a head injury as much as maybe a nose or eye. The referee obliging and just stopping the game to take a look.
Lomas says he's good to continue as Birmingham are ready to make their change. One more look here. And maybe a stray finger or hand from Akinyode caught a piece of Lomas. Tough to tell there. But Birmingham will go ahead and make the change. Eli Crognale is out. Jaden Cervania is in. The 19-year-old from right here in Birmingham. Birmingham's first academy signing. Makes his 9th substitution appearance this year. Meanwhile, it looks like North Carolina will make a change as well at the next stoppage, as that looks like Haji Berry is ready to come into the contest tonight.
So the change for Legion is about bringing on another winger, which allows J.J. Williams to slide up to the center forward position. Legion will play with Nico Brett and J.J. Williams as true center forwards. You'll have Jaden Cervania playing as a winger. At the moment, he's on the left side, but my guess is we'll see him slide over to the right, or we'll see Prosper Kasim slide to the right. Legion will play with one defensive midfielder. They'll just throw a little more caution to the wind. They've got to create more opportunities in front of goal. And so they're going to play with 2 wingers and 2 center forwards and leave the midfield a little bit empty.
North Carolina's change is Spies coming off. Haji Berry is on, as Spies gives the captain's armband to Graham Smith for the remainder of the night. Good work from the veteran this evening, Spies. Haji Berry had made 11 straight starts before this evening's contest. He's on for the final 26 minutes plus as Lopez collides with Fortune. And both men are worse for wear after that challenge.
Foul was called on Mikey Lopez, but he certainly took a pretty good blow as well. Nobody's backing out of anything tonight. There's too much at stake.
Lopez is going to require medical attention. Fortune waving it off for the moment.
Mikey Lopez looks like he's perhaps wiping a little blood off of his hands onto the grass.
You can immediately see Lopez recoil, looked like holding his nose. Looked like maybe an elbow or a shoulder from Fortune catching him.
It's one of the unfortunate parts of being less than 6 feet tall. Your face is right at elbow height for some of the bigger guys in the game. Anybody who's played enough games and who isn't over 6 foot has taken a few blows like that. It's not intentional, it just happens. Mikey Lopez has certainly been battered over his career, but he's such a tough player. He just gets back in and fights some more.
I was going to say, it sounded like you were talking from experience there.
I've got a few stripes across my face where, unfortunately, some of the bigger guys in the game have not backed away from me.
Free kick given as Lomas undercut Bolu Akinyode. Fans Birmingham Legion FC entrust the care of its athletes to UAB's sports medicine team, and you should too. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. Lapa's cross denied by Donovan, but it is another Chick-fil-A corner kick coming here for Birmingham.
Even playing a man short, Legion FC creating a good opportunity, and now a corner kick, waiting for all the big men to get forward here.
Bolu Akinyode, the last to arrive. It is Akinyode's direction. He redirects it towards the mouth of goal. Williams couldn't turn. Lapa, a driven ball, takes a deflection, it's in. Birmingham back in it.
I believe that was Jaden Cervania who got a foot on it. The old saying is, good things happen when you shoot the ball. Shot from distance, redirected into the net. And it's game on.
Birmingham Legion FC with life here at home, as Lapa's driven ball finds the right foot and the right deflection to beat Paulo Pita. And it's a one-score game with 23+ minutes left.
Lots of time. Legion have certainly been dominating this second half. Almost all the chances have belonged to Legion FC. Possession has belonged to Legion FC. Can they keep up that sense of urgency and find the equalizing goal?
That ball a bit too heavy for Dean. Throw-in coming here for North Carolina.
Alex Crinali getting every single bit of that ball. He drove it about 75 yards. Overhit the play.
Let's get a look at the replay here of Legion's opening goal tonight.
Nothing Pita could do as he's diving one way. The ball gets deflected back across. Really good touch from Jaden Cervania.
Sometimes that's all you need, right? Just the one touch. And it's the third goal of the year for the 19-year-old Cervania.
In fact, that may have been Jaden Cervania's first touch of the game.
Might have been. If he had a midfield touch beforehand, it was brief. But Cervania is in the score sheet, the substitute making an impact. Bruno Lapa with yet another assist, his 5th of the year. As two rookies combine to give Legion some life here in the second half. And still plenty of time left to find an equalizing goal, and that draw that would secure Legion's playoff status. The other game here in Group G has reached its full-time whistle. What a result for Memphis 901 FC. Charlotte could have taken control of the group tonight, but instead they fall at home by 2 to Memphis. Birmingham with a chance to attack here through Asiadu. It's not going to get to Cervania. Great awareness, heads-up play there by DJ Taylor and Perez. And it's Perez who has the space. Perez, the early ball, finds Taylor. Taylor at the top of the box, still Taylor.
A little bit of panic for Taylor. Had an opportunity, but there were so many Legion players running at him. He just panicked a little bit and swung wildly at that one.
Nico Brett looked like he was being held back, and there is the whistle. That was a ridiculous first touch there by Brett to bring it down to begin with.
We've seen a couple of magical touches from Legion players tonight.
Birmingham out to restart play quickly here through Prosper Kasim, who runs right at DJ Taylor. Cross to the back post, nobody home. And Dean can't quite keep it in play.
A little bit overhit. Prosper Kasim getting into a good attacking position, trying to serve a ball into the box for J.J. Williams, just overhit it, put the ball past everybody.
Fancy USL's elite pre-professional platform is USL Academy, and it allows clubs across USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in spring 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search #USL Academy on social media. And a foul behind the play as Taylor was run over by J.J. Williams, who offers a helping hand back to his feet.
A little bit of sportsmanship from J.J. Williams. Of course, it comes after he kicked the man.
Taylor back to his feet. North Carolina back in possession as Robert Christo readies as the sub. Lyndon Blake reports down below that Marius Lomas is the man that's coming off. Lomas fought off the ball by Akinyode, but a late whistle once again brings play back.
Lomas is a big physical player up front. He's worked really hard, but he hasn't had a lot of touches in the second half. Christo is an even bigger presence up top, but he certainly comes with fresher legs at this point, and I'm sure that's what it's about for Dave Sarakin right now, just keeping some fresh legs, keeping the energy level as high as possible.
So the man listed at 6'2" comes off. The man listed at 6'4" comes on. Robert Christo, the former St. Louis Billiken, a three-time All-American at the collegiate level, comes off the bench for the 4th consecutive time here for North Carolina FC. And he's certainly a big body to targets on this set piece opportunity. Smith couldn't quite get it.
Certainly that's what they were aiming for.
Quiet second half.
He's had very few touches during this entire game.
Dean sprinting to the byline. Ward goes to ground, wins it. Well done by Akeem Ward, who was in a foot race with Johnny Dean.
That was quick on quick.
And now a foul given. And perhaps the socially distanced crowd here at BBVA Field, not a big fan of the call.
It certainly looked like there was a lot of contact on the ball. The referee was well positioned, turned right into the tackle. I'm not sure what the foul is there, but the referee is certainly right on top of the play.
Whistle went against Prosper Kassim as Anderson Asiadu comes up with the interception. Good flick there by J.J. Williams. Brett has Lapa running with him. Lapa, top of the area for Kassim. Brett, Williams. Williams trying to turn, still J.J. Williams. Into the night it goes.
And that's what J.J. brings. Really quick feet for a big man, dancing around the top of the 18, getting people off balance. Unfortunately, maybe a couple too many moves there. He couldn't get his own feet set at the end. Hammered it over the goal.
One more look here. Williams got just enough space to get the shot away, but well over the bar and over the net and almost over the scoreboard here at BBVA Field. Big man with a big leg. Trying to find the frame of Paulo Pita. Here's Cervania, who took a shove in the back. Referee says play on. Throw-in comes here for North Carolina.
Cervania took a little push in the back that threw him off balance. Perhaps his inexperience kept him fighting for his legs rather than just falling down and taking the foul.
Nice flick by Christo to get Perez back into space. Perez against the center back Crognali. And there might have been a shove there that goes uncalled as well. So all's fair, I guess.
Well, it has been a physical game. You're going to get some calls. You're not going to get some others. Certainly, it's been an evenly called match.
Here comes Lapa. A a bit too far for the run of Nico Brett.
Bruno Lapa tried to flick that with the outside of his right foot. He just didn't get the right positioning on the ball. Ended up toe poking it straight to the goalkeeper.
Fans, don't forget you can follow Birmingham Legion, North Carolina FC, and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every single week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Less than a quarter hour left tonight from BBVA Field. North Carolina found the scoreboard twice inside the game's first 27 minutes. But since then, it's been Birmingham who's been on the ball more and created a few more scoring opportunities, one of which found the back of the nets back in the 67th minute, thanks to Jaden Cervania. And it's Cervania trying to get on the end of this ball. Here's Kasim. Good work tracking back defensively by Graham Smith.
Legion have had over 60% of the play. They've gotten the goal in the second half. Things have gone the way they want, but they've got to keep the level of urgency high. They can't feel comfortable. They've got to push the game, push the tempo, keep looking for that tying goal that'll put them into the playoffs.
Second hydration timeout of the night brought to you by UAB Medicine, and perhaps a tactical timeout as well for both of these two sides as they try to regroup for the final 13+ minutes. Graham Smith getting some instruction from the touchline down below. Thompson very energetic with his side as well. Fans, don't forget Birmingham Legion FC back on the road next weekend at Memphis for its final regular season match of 2020. Catch the game on My68 or ESPN Plus and follow at BHM Legion on Twitter for live match updates. That's next Saturday, October 3rd, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN Plus and My68. Let's send it downstairs where the third member of our crew, Lyndon Blake. Sounds like you had a chance to listen in to the Legion FC side of things. What was the message from the touchline?
It wasn't too hard to hear what they're saying because the team seems pretty fired up. They're down by a goal right now with just a little bit of time left to play. Coach Sohn kept emphasizing, finish the job, finish the job. It seems like Bruno Lapa was being a leader on the team and really getting everyone involved and helping them realize where they're going to play for the last part of this game and try to get an equalizer because a draw is an automatic bid to the playoffs, guys.
Thanks, Lyndon. Looks like we're about ready to restart play as Jaden Cervania is trying to ready for a long throw-in potentially. Lapa couldn't quite get there, and it looks like another throw-in coming here.
North Carolina has 11 players back defending the penalty area.
Good defending there individually by DJ Taylor against Barrett, who was trying to win the corner.
This is where it gets tough. North Carolina, for 12 minutes, they're going to bring everybody back. They're going to defend with 11. Leeds are going to have to move the ball quickly, play quickly. They can't just slowly pass it around the back of the team. They're going to have to try and move it, find the gaps as quick as they can.
Brett able to win the battle in the air, find J.J. Williams. Dean's off and running down the far flank. Lapa trying to connect to him. It looked like Ward maybe got there first. Whose foot was it? Referee's still deliberating, and they decide goal kick. It was Dean's foot, says the official.
It's quick on quick out there. Akeem Ward with great pace, Johnny Dean with great pace, and those two have been going at it all night long.
So another goal kick here for Paolo Pizza, North Carolina. Birmingham fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news, pre-order concessions in the stadium, or save the schedule straight to your calendar. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. The Birmingham Legion FC app, your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Nice first touch to Fortune, and Perez connecting. Lapa wins the second ball, finds Williams. Can't get it back to him.
Even though Legion didn't connect on that early ball, second balls, knockdowns, deflections, anything can be dangerous. I like the idea of playing a couple of those quick early balls up top. Let J.J. Williams battle in the air. Nico Brett with his pace can win the knockdowns, win balls played in behind.
Not a bad idea there from Anderson Asiadu, who had pushed awfully forward. Looks like North Carolina FC have a double switch, being Brett's at the next stoppage. Daniele Proch is one of the changes, and Sam Brotherton appears to be the other. Here's Perez to Cristo. Well done over the top, all the way across the park to find Barry. 1v1 with Dean. Lays it off for Smith. Smith with an opportunity. Perez. Pekka. North Carolina opting for some patience here.
It's an opportunity to kill the clock a little bit and to push Legion back into their own area.
Perez goes down. Advantage played by the official. Here's Haji Berry. Berry gets around one defender, but can't find the frame.
Good advantage decision from the referee here. It looked like a hard foul just at the top of the box. You thought he had to call the foul, but he let the play go on, and North Carolina did have an advantage and an opportunity to score, so it was a good decision.
Looks like that'll be the last play for Manny Perez tonight, as Proch is the man who takes him off here in the 82nd minute. Can hear the consternation from the Legion bench down below. They're not happy with this stoppage. Perez being stretched out. He's coming off. So Legion not exactly thrilled with the fact that he gets to stretch and then make the long walk across the park. Dre Fortune is the other North Carolina member whose night comes to a close here, as Sam Brotherton comes on for him. And that's certainly a defensive change for Dave Sarakin's club. One more look at the scoring chance here for North Carolina FC. A lot happens here.
Definitely a foul, no question there. But the referee allowed it to play on because he knew that there might be an opportunity for a chance at goal, which there was. Unfortunately for North Carolina, the shot goes wide.
Birmingham back on the ball here as we enter the 84th minute tonight. Olu Akinyode, the center back, pushing forward a bit. Throw in coming for North Carolina FC. Birmingham, I believe, have one more substitution window to utilize. And good work by Olu Akinyode to play that off of the new substitute Proch.
Problem for Legion, they have an opportunity to sub, but they're playing well. They're creating chances. It's hard to decide, who am I going to take off when everything's going the way you want it to? The only thing is you're still losing by a goal.
Kasim finds Brett, but Brett was offside as the flag comes up. Brett, for most of the second half, has tried his best just to stay on the shoulder of Donovan. Couldn't that time, according to the linesman on the far side.
Nico Brett's done a nice job of trying to be the threat over the top, while JJ is the threat to come back and get the ball. We're not going to see from that angle whether he was onside or not at the moment the ball was passed, but certainly it was very tight.
Brett's got 3 goals over his last 3 games. Had a brace against Miami last week, and Legion's 4-0 win over the Miami FC down in South Florida. That win kind of got Birmingham back on track after a couple of home defeats, one of which came at the hands of North Carolina FC. North Carolina FC on the verge of handing Birmingham yet another defeat here on their home turf. Akinyode's ball is well over the top of everybody. Credit the job of Dave Sarakin's club tonight. Tom Sohn's club, meanwhile, still with work to do. They've had a majority of possession. They've played most of this second half, and the opposing half has Birmingham. But the chances have not come as frequently as they would have liked, as Paulo Pizza is going to get a stern warning from the official for time wasting. Williams wins the ball in the air. Lapa couldn't get it back to him. Here's Barry against Lopez. Barry tried to get around. Lopez couldn't. Good work by Lopez, who's played the remainder of this contest with that wrap around his head. Had to come off earlier due to some bleeding after a blow to what looked like maybe his eyebrow. Akinjode hasn't quite connected on any of these passes over the top just yet, as Birmingham prep what looks like one more change this evening. Lyndon Blake downstairs reporting Brian Wright is readying himself. And a foul given as J.J. Williams collided with D.J. Taylor. And Williams will be shown yellow for his reaction after the whistle.
Yellow card for dissent to J.J. Williams. Sometimes you get a card for being right. I think the referee bought a little bit of a dive here. The Legion are going to need to keep their composure. They still got about 5 minutes. They're going to bring Brian Wright on. Another big body, another physical player, and another good finisher.
And a bit of a delayed reaction there from Taylor as we're going to look at the replay. There was some contact, but it looked incidental more than anything.
Had nothing to do with the play that's going on and two players just going to the ball. Sometimes you get the call, sometimes you don't.
So Brian Wright is on. Bolu Akinjode is off. Legion are going to go 3 at the back for the remaining 2 minutes and change plus added time. And play with 3 forwards. Lapa had his pass cut out by Proch. Here's Barry. Good pressure from Williams, who goes down. Throw-in coming here for Brotherton in North Carolina, and we'll see how much added time there is here in the second half. Based on the stoppages we've had, we'd have to imagine it's somewhere around, what, maybe 5 minutes would be my guess?
I would think it's in that 4 to 5 minute range. The referee has been heavily involved this second half.
Lyndon Blake down below reporting our 5 minute guess is going to be about right. As Cervania went to ground there with Proch. Good sportsmanship by both parties. Second look at the physical challenge. And that throw-in might have should have gone Birmingham's way. Hard to tell who got the last touch there.
Bodies tangled up, everybody fighting for everything. It's what you'd expect from a big match. Two very good teams, two teams full of quick, athletic people.
Birmingham with 3 forwards here for the remainder of the contest. North Carolina with 5 at the back, trying to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Lopez over the top, and it's past J.J. Williams.
Not a bad idea, just trying to switch the angle of play, drive it behind the defense. Mikey Lopez just hitting it a little too hard.
90th minute from BBVA Field tonight. North Carolina FC had control early on. Birmingham has had it late, but they haven't found that equalizing goal. And they'll have to try to find it in stoppage time. Kasim on the turn, goes down, foul given, and we do get the confirmation down below from our fourth official. 5 minutes of stoppage time, brought to you tonight by UAB Medicine.
5 minutes is plenty of time to get one chance. We saw this last time these teams faced off. Legion ended up with a penalty kick in added time.
Brett tried to flick it on, still loose. Christo sends it well away from danger. Brett slow to his feet, but has to continue here. Legion can make no more changes. Here's Wright, leaves it for Nico Brett, a deflection just wide. Corner kick coming.
Good opportunity, but good defending from NCFC. All 11 players for NCFC in the box, and Matt Van Oekel joins the attack for Legion.
Another Chick-fil-A corner kick delivered by Lapa. It's Van Oekel's header that goes wide.
We saw it happen at Charlotte, I believe it was. Matt Van Oekel again getting on the end of that corner.
He was unmarked, but he couldn't find the frame of Pita. So he heads back to his own half. 92nd minutes here. Socially distanced crowd here at BBVA Field, about 25% capacity. Most on their feet here for the final minutes, trying to urge their side onto an equalizing goal. Here's Kasim. Asiadu. Kasim out wide against Ward, former teammates. And it's going to be a throw coming for North Carolina. Once again, good work by Akeem Ward. He's had a solid night tonight.
NCFC have the ball, but there's a lot of work to be done to get it out of the danger area.
The danger far from done as Legion win it right back. Here, Cervania. Cervania draws the attention of not one, but two white shirts. Good work by Proch and Taylor. Asiadu with his left hits it well. Williams couldn't quite get there. Brett's taken down behind the play. Referee says no. There were shouts for a penalty, ungiven by the official. Here comes Dean sprinting forward. Smith plays it out. Another corner kick coming for Birmingham.
I don't know how many fans are here tonight. Let's call it 1,500. That's how many shouts there were for a penalty on that play.
Here in the 94th minute, Kasim, an in-swinger. Pizza comes out to get it, and a great play by the man making his first starts. And Birmingham not happy that Pizza went to ground.
Legion are wasting their own time here. Every goalkeeper is going to go to ground. He's going to spend time rolling around.
We're going to look at the replay here.
It just goes up over Matt Van Oekel and grabs the ball. But of course he's going to act like he's been shot, going to let as much time tick off as he can. But Legion just need to get back and get organized. Be ready to create one more chance.
We're into our final minutes of a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time here. Can Birmingham create one more scoring opportunity? Or can North Carolina see this one out? Barry able to keep that in play. And he'll head straight to the corner. Throw in here for Birmingham. Good work by Kasim and Dean. Asiadu. A Avoids the challenge, avoids that one as well. But good work by Pekka to at least get a piece.
North Carolina doing everything they can just to disrupt play and waste time. Doing a nice job here.
It's at the feet of Lapa now. He's got to move forward. Cristo takes him down. That has to be yellow, and it is. And Birmingham will push everyone forward and have Van Oekel take this free kick as we play into the 96th minute. And before the free kick was supposed to be taken, the referee with a whistle.
It's indicating that he's stopping the clock and that there's time. I don't know why he brought that one back.
Lapa with a driven ball. Headed once. Here's Williams. Couldn't quite get a foot on it. Cristo bicycles it away. North Carolina begging for a full-time whistle. They haven't gotten it yet. Here's a Sidu to the back post. Pizza plays it over the end line.
Pita almost, sorry for interrupting, but Pita almost misread that play, stepped underneath the ball, got beat. Did well to get a hand on it and tip it out for the corner.
Our 97th minute now brings another Birmingham corner. Pizza once again comes out to make the play, and that's the final whistle. For the second straight meeting, North Carolina take all 3 points from Birmingham.
Dave Serkin and his side still alive, showing that they're not giving up just yet.
Once again, what a performance here in Birmingham by North Carolina FC. They earn yet another result and keep their playoff hopes alive and deny Birmingham a chance to clinch a playoff spot of their own. Our final scoreline tonight, North Carolina FC 2, Birmingham Legion FC 1. It was hard fought, it was tough, at times controversial, and certainly entertaining. And North Carolina comes away with all 3 points. We'll take a timeout and wrap things up when we return.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Welcome back to downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Another entertaining contest tonight here on My 68 and ESPN Plus. But it's the visitors, North Carolina FC, who come out on top by a final scoreline of 2-1. Credit the job that Dave Serkin and his club did tonight. They pick up 3 points. They move into third place in Group G and still have some slim playoff hopes here in the group with a couple of games left in hand for North Carolina FC. Let's send it downstairs. Lyndon Blake looks like she's standing by with Legion FC assistant coach Conno Smith. Lyndon?
Coach, you're down tonight, but you're definitely not out of the playoffs. Going to Memphis, what are you going to take away from this match?
I don't know why we started so flat. Got to figure that out. Why why we just didn't start well. I think we start growing into the game after we went down 2-0, and sometimes in a game at this level, that's too late. So I think we just got to start better. Going to Memphis, they got nothing to lose. They did us a favor. I think they beat Charlotte tonight, so that means we still control our own destiny. So we got to quickly forget about this one, figure out why we started so slow, and take care of business in Memphis.
Besides a slow start, what was the biggest difference in your attack from putting up 4 goals on Miami till tonight?
Honestly, I think what led to such being a successful attack, I know we've scored 4 goals in Miami, but was how we were solid defensively, and we didn't give Miami any time in the ball. We turned us winning the ball into dangerous attacks, and I don't think we did that tonight in the first half. And they enjoyed too much of the ball when they went up 2-0, and then we started playing, but at this level, sometimes it's too late.
Nico told us this week, if you don't make the playoffs, it's like you didn't even play a season. How bad does this team want it, and what grit have you seen from this team the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not thinking about not getting in. I think we get in. But yeah, obviously it will really hurt if we don't, but I think we're going to get in. We got another opportunity. They play Charlotte, so that's got to pan out some way. So I still think we control our own destiny, so we got to do what we got to do and take care of business in Memphis.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks to assistant coach Connor Smith for his time tonight. Obviously, Birmingham Legion disappointed with the results. As we get a look at the final stats, and of course, Birmingham had the bulk of possession, especially in the second half, Mike. But I think we agree with what Coach Smith said there down below. Legion definitely grew into the game. They controlled the game for a better part of it. It was already 2-0 by the time that happened.
Well, you could really hear the frustration in his voice. They wanted to win this game tonight. They wanted to win the group and know that they're in the playoffs. But the reality is this team is still in first place. They still control their own destiny. They're still sitting right where they want to be at the top of the table. They made a couple mistakes, let a game slip away that maybe they shouldn't have, but they still control their own destiny.
Well, let's get a look at the upcoming slates here for North Carolina and Birmingham. North Carolina FC, of course, have Charlotte Independence left on the docket. They also have Memphis 901 FC in a game that needs to be rescheduled, and Loudoun in a game that needs to be rescheduled as well. They've only played 13 contests. They are not close to the 16 games that most teams are going to play this year. So they're going to have to try to find a way to sneak in some fixtures if their playoff hopes are on the line. After they play Charlotte on the 30th, meanwhile, Birmingham Legion FC have just the one fixture left. It's against the team that did them a huge favor tonight, Memphis 901 FC. And if Birmingham win that, regardless of what happens in the Charlotte, North Carolina game, Birmingham win Group G.
2 really big games. First, it's NCFC versus Charlotte. Whoever drops points in that game is likely out, or at least out of first place. And then Memphis and Birmingham, the way it should be. The rivalry match, a battle for first place for Legion FC, should be a great match.
And of course, we'll have that match for you here on My 68 locally in Birmingham, and it'll also be available on ESPN+. That's October 3rd, 7 o'clock Central Time. Birmingham Legion FC's season finale against their rivals, Memphis 901 FC. Another entertaining contest tonight, but once again, for the second straight meeting, North Carolina FC get the job done. On the road in Birmingham, they come away with all 3 points thanks to a final scoreline of 2-1. That'll wrap up our coverage from BBVA Field. For Mike Kepman, Lyndon Blake, and our entire crew here in Birmingham, Alabama, so long, and we'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.